Adam Small here again from My Music Masterclass, and today we have yet another review for you. Behind me here, we have Donner's new OURA S300 digital piano, and we're gonna check it out today. But before we get into this review, we have to do the disclaimer because we always do disclaimers on this channel. Donner did send us this digital piano in exchange for the video review you're watching right now, but they didn't tell us to say anything specific or coach us in any way. This review will be unbiased. All our reviews are unbiased, so let's get to it. So for those of you who watch the channel, who are familiar with our videos, you might remember that we just filmed a video reviewing the Donner S100, which is the first piano in this new series from Donner. Now this piano, the S300, is the next step up in that series. So while the S100 cost around $559, this S300 cost about $999. So the OURA S300 will definitely share some elements and some features with the S100, which we previously reviewed. But there are some new things and some new design concepts, and let's get to it. First, let's go over some of the similarities between this and the S100. Both these pianos are 88 keys with graded hammer action. And just like the S100, this has 256 notes of polyphony, 15 different tones, 3 demo songs, Bluetooth, and some other features we're gonna get into. You also have aux in, aux out, USB MIDI, a sustain jack, headphone jacks, and also a 3-pedal on the floor. Now, one of the differences right off the bat between this more expensive model and the S100 is that this model has, first of all, a built-in pedal, meaning it's attached to the frame. It doesn't just float around on the floor. Secondly, the 3-pedal will support half pedal, meaning that you can half press down the sustain and get that effect like with a real piano. So what else has been upgraded from the S100? Well, the S300 has 15 watt speakers as opposed to 10 watt. And one of the biggest upgrades that you'll notice when you're looking at this piano is that the design elements have been enhanced. Donner's literature talks about the Scandinavian modern minimalist design concepts they used while making the OURA line, and you can see it. I even put my little statues back here because this thing is supposed to look more like furniture than the S100. You'll notice that this piano sits on a sturdy metal frame. The S300 also has this nice, piano cover top, and this is made out of leather on top with some wood, and it's definitely significant. It's not too heavy for me to lift, but it feels substantial. It doesn't feel like a toy. As for how this thing sounds, you're gonna hear it in a minute. But in Donner's manual, they state that it has high quality sound samples and a tuned speaker system, to get the most out of this instrument. Now, just like the last review we did of the S100, I'm bringing my friend Jeremy Manasia back to test this thing out. Jeremy is an excellent pianist. He's a professor at Manhattan School of Music and an old friend of mine. So he's gonna help put this piano through the paces, and let's get to it.
Beautiful. I really like it. I mean, I find myself just wanting to practice. It has a really good weight to it. Maybe it's a little bit heavier than some people would want it. But it's very responsive and it's very sensitive. Yeah, really nice. And I think probably because of the speakers, I think all this, when you play a chord, the sounds feel a little bit more balanced. But this one, I was just playing that nocturne, you know. Really coming through very nice. Really nice. I love that first sound. The only thing I will say one thing about this sound is that you do have to really kind of dig into it in order for the strings to come through. Maybe that's purposeful, so, because if you play really soft, you barely hear the strings, but then wow, nice. I don't know that the other one's sound was as good as this. This one's really nice. nice. It has that bite like a Rhodes, you know. There's a little bit of, yeah, because it's going for that like tiny sound. And they really got the tines in there. It's actually not bad, like for a strumming sound, like on a keyboard. I've never heard that before. Nice, man. I like that one. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic instrument. I mean, to be honest, I don't really have any criticisms. All the sounds are really great, but the main thing being the acoustic piano. It's fantastic. It has a really big full sound, and it feels, for lack of a better word, it feels healthy. Meaning that I would not hesitate to tell my students that they could practice on this instrument. I have plenty of students that have keyboards in their homes that they practice on, and I really warn them about not practicing too many pianistic things on it. And as a matter of fact, I usually tell them to not practice pianistic things on it, pianistic exercises, because it can be damaging to your, the mechanism in your fingers and in your wrist. It can be damaging, moving towards things like arthritis and carpal tunnel, and it's like a car without shocks. Imagine what that feels like when you hit a bump. That's what practicing on a piano that doesn't have a keyboard that doesn't have good action is like. So this, as I was playing through it, I played through a Chopin nocturne and some Bach, as well as some jazz, and I was specifically playing as if I was practicing and looking for something that I could nitpick about, and I didn't find it. And it felt really comfortable and, like I said, healthy to practice on. So it's something that I would actually, I'm gonna, get the information for this, and I'm gonna recommend it to students who are looking for something that's kind of stationary. This is obviously, it's a big, heavy instrument, so it's not something that you'd want, to move around with, that you want it to just be in one place. But I like the sleek design of it too. The other thing that was really wonderful is that you can play a Bluetooth track through here and play along with it. So there's like kind of endless possibilities of you kind of like layering tracks. You can record something on here onto something on your phone and then play it through here and then play along with it. Like thinking of that Bill Evans record, Conversations with Myself. You could do that. You can have Music -1 tracks that you play through here. It's a really great instrument, and I plan to recommend it to my students, and I would recommend it to anybody who's looking for something that will take the place of a piano, and it really sounds and feels like a piano, but you don't want to have an actual acoustic piano.
All right, so thanks so much to Jeremy for helping us out here and, showing what this thing sounds like, under real pianist fingers. So as you can probably tell, Jeremy really liked this piano, and so do I. Like I said in the beginning, a lot of the features are the same as the S100. However, the two 15-watt speakers versus the two 10-watt speakers definitely makes a difference, and this piano does sound a bit better than the S100. Also, like I stated, you have the half pedal functionality on the 3 pedal below, and that's a cool thing to have. It's a cool feature. But a lot of this upgrade, a lot of what this upgrade is from the S100 to the S300 is the aesthetics. And this thing does look very slick and very elegant. So I could see someone simply wanting to buy this because it looks nicer and more put together within their style in their home. Of course, the S100 also looks very chic for what it is, but they just added a bit more flair to this, you know, with the cover, with the nice slick metal frame. And these are all things to think about when you're deciding if this piano is right for you. The S300 feels and sounds very good. It feels like a piano. It sounds good. It can be used as a MIDI controller. You just plug in the USB, it goes right into your software. You can trigger your VSTs. So in summary, another really cool offering from Donner here. We like the S100. We also like this S300. And they're really solid offerings for the price. That's it for now. I hope you got something out of the video. Please like the video if you liked it. Please comment if you have a comment or a question. And lastly, please subscribe if you haven't. We need more subscribers. It helps the channel. So anyway, see you next time.